the carb-friendly, sugar-free diet for fat loss after 40. Hello, this is Coach Bill. For every goal, there's a right way, that's the least amount of time, the max results, the least injury, and the wrong way, which is wasting time, injury, and bad results. Okay, let's vet the coach. Currently, I'm 220, about 10% body fat. I'm coming down. My blood pressure is 75 over 115. My blood work's done every 6 months. My A1C is 5.1, my resting glucose is 78, and my coronary calcium CT scan is clear. I've got 43 years in the gym and 30,000 hours. I won 12 overall bodybuilding titles, including Mr. California. Isn't it amazing what the human body can do? And I want to share with you the confidence that comes from bodybuilding and working out is so great. I'm going through some personal trials right now, and I'm really glad I have the gym, and it makes me feel so good to be able to go through life and the challenges that come at you, because life's not easy, but do it in a confident way. And I've really soul searched the last couple of weeks, and I got to tell you, my fitness and conditioning has grounded me, and I count my blessings for that. But it's not an accident. All right, the carb-friendly, sugar-free diet for fat loss after 40. Whenever I talk about something, I talk from a position of what I've done. It's not an opinion, it's what I've done in the time frame. It's not research, it's what works for me. So about 2 years ago, I went on a keto diet, okay? And my body fat was 15%. I ate very low carbs, ate a lot of food, had a lot of fat. My cholesterol was 258, and I looked terrible. And my body, the muscles didn't look full. They looked like runners, stringy. But I did it, and I can relate to it. And then I went back to what works for me, is a bodybuilder's diet, which is high protein, moderate carbohydrates, and ultra low fat. And within 53 days, my cholesterol went down to 128. And within 6 months, my body fat went from 15% to 8%. Now, keto does work. Keto does work. And I put my clients on keto for anywhere from 30 to 60 days because it's a real good way to get them off fast food. It's a real good way for them to be aware of their macros. And when you cut your carbohydrates, you lose water weight. I had a client last week lose 7 pounds in a week. That is not 7 pounds of fat, but it sure feels good and it's great momentum and it's all that. They'll lose another 4 pounds next week. Again, it's water weight. Then after 30 to 60 days, I put all my clients on a bodybuilder type diet, which is high protein, moderate carbs, and low fat and ultra low fat, depending on what results you want. See, muscles need carbohydrates to grow. Carbohydrates are the carrier of the protein into the muscle. So when you have an ultra low carbohydrate diet, keto, you're not going to build muscle and you're not going to feel full. You're going to feel like a runner. I know this. That's not a good look. It's when your muscles are full and like your skin is thin, that's a good look. But the runner's body, that is not a good look. And I did it. And this is a much better look and I feel better and my body fat is low because of it. So what we do is we do about 1.25 grams of protein per pound of body weight and anywhere from 80 to 100 grams of carbohydrates and either low to ultra low fat. If you go on low fat, you'll get your body fat down to about 12%, give or take. And if you go ultra low fat, you can get into 7, 8% body fat. And when I say ultra low fat, I'm thinking the only fat sources you have is white breast chicken, white meat, turkey, egg whites, and tuna. That's about it. No dairy, no nothing else, okay? Now, the thing about moderate carbohydrates is fun. When you eat carbs, you have energy, okay? And when you have carbs, you build muscle. So you want to enjoy the carbs. I enjoy oatmeal, rice, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. And the key is making sure that you find foods that you like and enjoy. I use the same protein powder. It comes from Walmart. It's a whey protein. It's chocolate. I mix 4 scoops of it with water every day. It's my jug. It's what I use for if you will, chocolate milk. I put it on everything. I have 3 cups of coffee in the morning with protein in it. I get home from the gym. I immediately have a protein drink because your body's catabolic. And then when I do my meal prep, I'm eating about a half hour later. And so the key is there are some foods out there, some protein powders that taste great and some protein powders that taste terrible. And you want to figure out the ones you like because the whole thing is for this to be sustainable, you got to love it. I love what I eat. But see, food is not for pleasure. Food is for fuel. Now, I'm not saying a nice steakhouse and Saturday night isn't great. I'm not saying that. That's good. That's an experience. But you got to get over food is a way to create pleasure. Sex is for pleasure. Food is for fuel. I highly suggest you try the fitness meals and the fitness bowls. It's a great way to get north of 30 grams of protein, low carbohydrates, and high fiber, shipped nationwide to your door. It can't get any easier. 40 years of experience that I've done, and I've made it simple. Think fast food, half the price of McDonald's, delivered to your door. Now, for the sweetness in my life, first of all, I use lemon juice and stevia. It's very sweet. It's like lemonade. It's magical. It's magical. I also drink Diet Coke. I have 2 or 3 in the afternoon. It's like having a cocktail. It's very good. Now, I've been doing Diet Coke for 43 years. It works for me, and it's very refreshing. But the lemon juice and stevia is so good for your gut and so good for your digestion. I can feel it, and it's a good way to get that sweet tooth. 000 yogurt, 16 grams of protein, no fat, no carbs. With blueberries, magical. Watermelon, eat as much as you want. Your body uses more calories to digest it than what you get from it. And strawberries, another one, eat as much as you want. Okay? So what you want to do is find foods that are sweet but are very low carbohydrate. Then have a splurge day once a week. All right? This is very important. You got to splurge at least once a week and enjoy yourself. I like calamari. I love it. I go to the yacht club, we have calamari, and then they have this chocolate lava cake, and it's amazing. I really enjoy it. And I look forward to it. But I really don't think about it much because, again, food is fuel for me. Interpersonal relationships are for pleasure. Now, you got to work out 3 to 4 times a week. And you got to work out harder than 90% of the people in the gym. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And put the rubber bands and the weird movements off to the side. Strong, basic core movements. Cardio outside the gym 3 to 4 times a week, 30 minutes. Do it in the sunlight. It's the best thing for your immune system. Will not get sick. Okay? It's outstanding. And the main thing is having fun. You got to have fun at this. That way it makes it sustainable. Somebody says they want to work out 6 in the morning. I go, why? That's not fun. Okay? I work out every day between 8 and 10. I'm like a crazy creature of habit. And I love it. I love going to the gym in tank top. It's very flattering. Get lots of compliments. Anyway, if you like my content, I think you should subscribe. Because the more subscribers, the more likes I get, the better quality of content I'm going to get to you. And really my ultimate goal is to have world-class people on my channel that I interview because world-class people fascinate me. And then I want to talk about the 1% Club. I've been very blessed to have mansions, yachts, and cars. And these things really exist to attract women, let's be honest. Awesome. My last house was 14,000 square feet, had 8 bathrooms. I used the kitchen and the bedroom 99% of the time, okay? And it was all for ego and all for show. But I'll tell you, the 1% Club, being ripped, and this is from personal experience, attracts more women than yachts, mansions, and cars combined. Because the discipline that goes into it, and that you can't buy it, you got to work at it, it's different. And I'm telling you, it's the greatest thing ever. I get DM'd all the time. It's very flattering. And I don't say anything. And I'm telling you that I am a world-class coach at creating renovations to men. Guys that want to live 10 years longer, men that want to be part of the 1% Club, be ripped, and really have fun at it. Because I'm going to tell you, the attention you get is amazing. 5 years ago, I gained a bunch of weight. It was horrible. It was disgusting. I hated myself. I wasn't confident. Women laughed at me and men laughed at me. And now they don't. So if you're interested in the 1% Club, contact Coach Bill. Recap. I did keto. I was 15% body fat. Now I do high protein, moderate carbs, and ultra low fat. And I'm anywhere from 8 to 10% body fat. Keto works for the first 30 to 60 days because when you're on low carbs, You lose water weight. It's very flattering and it's good. And it gets you off processed foods. You need carbs to build muscle. You cannot build muscle on keto. So you need carbs to build muscle. Carbs are the carrier of the protein into the muscle. That's how you make your gains. About 1.25 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and anywhere from 80 to 100 carbs. And low fat, if you want to be in the 12 to 15% fat range, and ultra low fat if you want to be the 8 to 10% fat range. Enjoy the carbs. I enjoy oatmeal, rice, and Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Find foods you like and enjoy. Find protein bars that are low in carbs that taste good. There's a lot of terrible ones out there, and there's a lot of ones in very high carbs. Don't eat those. Protein should always be 3 times the amount of carbs in a protein bar. 000 yogurt with blueberries is magic. Watermelons and strawberries. Have a splurge day once a week. I love calamari and lava cake. Work out 3 to 4 times a week in the gym, and then do cardio 3 to 4 times outside the gym in the sunlight. And the most important thing is you got to have fun. Anyway, Coach Bill out. Please write anything in the comments. If you have a question, everybody else does. And I really appreciate your support.